eastern end of the bay, close to the corner where the fishing boats lie upturned on the sand. It is the cottage where Tony and I stayed the very first time I brought him here. Before our boys were born, holidays involved late nights in local bars, sleeping until noon beneath the cool of a ceiling fan, and lazing afternoons away in a hammock. Those days are long gone. Dusk falls fast in the tropics. It is inky black by 7:30 p.m, and on this holiday we have all been in bed not much later. Most mornings I have been on the tennis court at dawn, with my friend Annabelle, a ballsy 6-foot motorbiker, while Tony wandered down to the fishing boats with the boys to see what the night catch had brought. We have been laughing at what an unexpectedly wholesome couple we appear to have become. "Isn't it funny," Tony had remarked after the first few days, "how this is actually more fun than everything we used to get up to here?" We are slowly beginning to unwind, to feel almost normal again. I'm even going to give yoga a go. For years everyone has been telling me to try it, and at last I am about to. My first lesson starts at 9 a.m. at Jake's. Feeling self-conscious about how creaky I have become, I had been stretching on the deck when a friend appeared in the garden, passing by on his way into the village. Shugu is a chef, and one of Tony's closest friends in the village. A great mountain of a man, he's practically round, and on first impressions can appear rather solemn, even Buddha-like, for he tends to move majestically slowly and is at ease in silence. But when Shugu laughs, he explodes into peals of schoolboy giggles, and he and Tony are usually helpless with laughter within minutes together. The kettle had just boiled, so Tony made coffee, and the pair wandered down to the beach to leave me to my stretching. The only yoga move I have ever tried is something very basic called a sun salutation. A friend showed me it years ago, and I'm pretty sure I don't do it properly, but I bend backwards and begin. Sunlight dapples the deck through the tangled branches of an overhanging calabash tree. I straighten and lean forward to touch my toes. Any second now our son Joe will emerge onto the deck and demand we join the others on the beach. But for now all is quiet, and in the rare calm my mind drifts. As I straighten a few minutes later and stand, my eye catches something in the sea. A head is bobbing in the water. The swimmer is clearly out of their depth. But how is that possible? The swimmer can be no more than 10 feet from the shore. On a normal day you can wade out 30 or 40 feet before your feet no longer touch the bottom. It must be a child, I think idly. A very small child. I scan the beach, wondering where its parents can be. The waves on Frenchman's Beach can often be fierce, but Calabash Bay has been like a mill pond since we arrived. We have spent hours in the ocean most days, the boys astonished by the crystal warmth of glassy water. "Deck, it's like a giant bath," they would squeal. "Look, Tony, we can see our toenails." They call us by our names instead of Mum and Dad, and it makes others on the beach laugh. We had planned to move to another cottage around the headland for the second week of our holiday, but this beach is so perfect for the children that we cancelled the other booking and decided to stay put here. The villa to our left belongs to friends, and when guests had left the previous day, the owners had let our boys use the pool. Jake is 4 and on the cusp of learning to swim. He had spent the whole day in the pool with Tony, splashing about without his flotation vest. Tony had taught him how to tread water, and Jake was elated with his new buoyancy. That afternoon, while they had been in the pool, I had glanced out to sea and saw the current had shifted. The bay was still fairly calm, but a little choppy, no longer glassy. To anyone unfamiliar with these waters, the change would be imperceptible, but I understood its significance. Beneath an apparently benign surface, a treacherous undertow builds, doubling the depth of the water and sucking anyone in it out to sea. I've been caught in one a few times here, and the force can be startling. "See how the current's changed?" I had called to Tony, gesturing out to sea. He had cast a brief glance, but could see nothing, and had turned back to Jake.